It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. There we go. And we are live. For the first time, we got both of us together on a Frankly Football live show. I am your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, 100 Grand, set it off, Chris, with me. How you doing tonight, Chris?
Hey, man, it's victory Tuesday. It's
That's
Victory
right.
Tuesday. Coming off that win in SoFi. The Dallas Cowboys travel out west, get the 22-10 victory over the defending Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams, completing the sweep of whooping the champions and the NFC champions and the AFC champions for the Dallas Cowboys this year, man. Totally super excited. And we wanted to jump in real quick. You know, Brandon being the guy he is, he's got places to be, people to talk to, babies to kiss, people to handshake. And we want to go ahead and get into what we saw on Sunday, man. And we want to talk about the most vaunted Dallas Cowboy defense that I've seen since the 1992 Dallas Cowboys.
Whew. That's big shoes to fill, man. That's Paul Bunyan sized shoes to fill. And I hate to put that type of expectations on things, but man, here's the thing, Chris. I wasn't conscious enough to really be aware of things in '92. You know,
Don't worry,
homeboy. In
homeboy.
'91, Chris. I was born in '91, Chris.
That's why I got you. That's why I'm here.
But I ain't seen a Cowboys defense that's been this oppressive in my conscious lifetime. You know,
name one as impressive as this one.
Whew.
You haven't seen it. You've seen other teams be able to do it, but Absolutely. You haven't seen it done here in Dallas.
Not with this logo. Not with this
logo. Not with the star. Not with the beloved star. So the star of wonder, the star of light. You know, none of that. So, you know, they're doing things that you want a team to be able to do. Sunday was just so impressed. Even when the Lion was wounded, Micah Parsons having a slight groin injury, they kept coming, you know, and that ain't the kind of trouble people want in their lives. You know, you didn't have, think about this, you didn't have Quentin Bohanna, he didn't play.
That's right.
But you brought up Carlos Watkins off the practice squad, the guy who was a starter last year, and he does work. You know, Osa Digizua, he goes to work. Neville Gallimore, Trigger Trey, my boy.
You haven't named the guy yet. You ain't named the guy yet.
You got the inside going to work, right? Mm-hmm. Then you turn around on the outside, you got DeMarcus Lawrence being the menace, the edge setter, the guy he is. But the guy who showed up, man, that surprised us all was one Dorrance Armstrong.
Give me my flowers while I'm here, Chris. Give me my flowers while I'm here. Congratulate me while I'm here, because I'm not.
I usually bash you for your takes of trying to get rid of Terrence, you know, trying to get rid of the great steady Terrence Steele, how much you dislike Trigger Trey, you know, Tristan Hill, but you have been standing on this wall. I needed you on this wall. I wanted you on this wall for Dorrance Armstrong. You want to keep Randy?
Dorrance Armstrong greater than sign Randy Gregory. Dorrance Armstrong
can't argue with you. I can't.
Randy Gregory.
I can't argue with you because of the versatility. Dorrance Armstrong is on pace right now. Dorrance Armstrong has 4 sacks. Randy Gregory had 6 sacks all of last year. Dorrance Armstrong has been a menace in the special teams game. I think Randy's hurt right now, as we said. So you can get your Griselda song, boop, 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 all you want. Dorrance Armstrong has been a menace and a surprise. And then here's the other crazy part about it. When Dorrance goes off the field, Dante Fowler comes on the field, and he's a problem.
Come on now.
And I think what we said going into the season, this was the question mark me and you both had. Can there be addition by subtraction? You take Randy off the field, and can Dorrance and Dante Fowler and Chauncey Golston, you know, can they match what Randy Gregory gave us? And the answer is indubitably.
Yeah.
He has. So this defense has been playing amazing with the front four. You get the three-headed monster back on the field this week. Jaron Kearse, Wilson, and Malik Hooker.
Yes.
And so that helps you in that area. Man, your linebackers have been steady.
Yes,
they leave room for improvement. And I think the guy most people like to bang on is LVE. But when you go back and look at the tape, Anthony Barr has been kind of in and out. But we like Barr because of the name. And then Michael Parsons just being Michael Parsons.
Absolutely. But here's the thing that I think Anthony Barr provides, Chris. I think that he allows Michael Parsons to be Michael Parsons. He allows him to go in and wreak havoc and be a tornado in the backfield and just be instinctual and not have to think too much.
Absolutely.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah. But I also think the fact of the matter that's always been the thing. We've never really wanted Micah to have to be responsible for lining everybody up. Like I said, with the three-headed monster of Hooker, Donovan Wilson, and Jaron Kearse coming back. Kearse getting his first game to get back and kind of get himself, acclimated to the to the speed of the game again. He played okay. But man, talk about your secondary for me. You turned around in your secondary, and there was questions.
Absolutely.
The questions were about him. So talk to him about it for me.
So here's the thing, yes, Trevon Diggs gave up, a 54-yard pass, and it wasn't for a lack of coverage. He got a forearm, wasn't even just a hand. He got a forearm, almost an elbow on the pass. But the thing is, excuse me, is that sometimes guys just win the play, and that's okay, and it's okay.
You get to the point where you get a perfect pass,
yes,
perfect coverage,
yes,
and just a good completion.
Drop it right in the breadbasket to the point where even after the tip by the hand, by the arm, by the elbow of the defender, went in the breadbasket and still was hit by the chin to still fall into place perfectly. So just like you said, a perfect pass. And that's just what happens sometimes.
Right.
And I'm not going to say that was anywhere near bad coverage by Trevon Diggs. But even outside of him, the culmination of this secondary is assisted by this front seven in such a perfect way, in a way that comes together in a Mona Lisa-like fashion.
Absolutely.
That this defense, it's a chef's kiss, Chris. chef kiss, Chris. Come on now. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
What's happening, baby?
Right.
But it's a way that it is a thing of art, Chris. It's a thing of art, bro. So when you look at these guys, these safeties that are hybrids that can come down because they trust the guys behind them, these corners that are coverage machines, I wish that Kelvin Joseph would be able to join their ranks. But you found guys, you were able to find guys, in the draft, this year, who were able to come in and just be, diamonds in the rough. But it's a well-oiled machine, and everyone knows their role, and it's a work of art. It's a symphony. That's the best word for it. It's a symphony, Chris.
There you go. I mean, and so with the added part of the symphony, you look at with Trayvon being who he is, Anthony Brown being solid and steady, your safety's able to be interchangeable and go in different spots. Your slot guy, Lewis is playing. He can't get hurt because Deron Bland is ready to come in and play. But you got to add the other aspect, like I said, is the special teams. Special teams, outside of the miscue of with the long snapper, his first snap, and I think Ecker having one bad punt, special teams has been special. You haven't had a missed field goal from Brett Maher at all. It's not been to the point of him doing something wrong. It's been somebody else messing up along the way.
That's right. And we
He's been
collectively
great.
owe
You
Brett Maher
made
an
a statement.
apology, by the way.
Yeah, you made a statement about Kelvin Joseph. Kelvin Joseph, even though he's not playing in the secondary on a consistent, steady basis, the one thing he has shown you is maturity. The
Yes.
maturity of, oh, I'm not out here playing multiple snaps on defense with this top ranked defense. But when I get my opportunities in special teams, I'm going down, I'm covering punts, I'm making tackles. He had 2 huge tackles in this
Absolutely.
game. That were really game changing tackles, especially on the one bad punt that Anger had, and he turns around and catches the angle to knock out the punt returner from the Rams. Dude, that was a huge play, because if he doesn't, he's scooting up the sideline, and now you put your defense in an even worse situation than what already happened with the punt. And what
Yes,
ends up
absolutely.
happening? The defense holds. The defense gets a punt. Defense gets a 3 and out, and they come back off the field.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I do want to touch on the offense for a minute, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Because one thing that has been a non-issue in reality, but in the delusion of a sector of Cowboys fandom, is that Cooper Rush should remain the Cowboys quarterback until he quote unquote loses the job. In reality, the offense has struggled. Um, they haven't been able to move the ball. Let's talk about when our actual starting quarterback, number 4, Dak Prescott, comes back into the picture. As I move him back into the frame, yes, this guy right here. How do you think that with a properly schemed team, as we're seeing them, try valiantly to do, along with Dak being at the very least marginally better than Cooper Rush, because Cooper Rush in his best game put up 235 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I think
how do you think
the
this team
offense, as we've seen it, it's regressed. It's regressed each game. It was the peak was Cincinnati, and each week it's getting a little bit worse. But that's what you expected from your backup quarterback. So I think coming into the season, Rain believed I had to do more. I had to do above and beyond. I had to make these different things. And I think he made a statement, but Mike McCarthy made a statement as well that kind of helps you understand this. Rain has said in many press clippings and press, when he's been talking, and I'm going to paraphrase for him, he says, I have seen by me sitting on the sidelines how I can fit into this, how we've been working, and I can make it better. Okay. But I'm going to be working inside the structure that we've already set in place. We're going to run the football. We're going to play action. We're going to get the ball. We're going to be timely in what we have to do. I don't have to go out and get 40 points anymore. The days of the 40, if you didn't get a 40 burger last year, you might not get one. It's like the McRib. It's gone. You can't get it no more. It's off the menu. You know what I'm saying? So you'll end up getting 40 or 35 from Rain because he's just working inside the system. Cooper's been leaving so many plays just where he could hit guys here. And let's not, be, put it all on him. His wide receivers have let him down as well. CD's let him down. Michael Gallup's let him down. So it's been, each of them doing their part to keep
now,
this
I'm not
team
gonna let
from.
you throw them. I'm not gonna let you throw them completely under the bus there, Chris. I do think that is a byproduct of the limitations of the offense. Let's not say that everyone has let Cooper Rush down. I do think that is a byproduct of the limitations of Cooper Rush. But you kind of got a Trent Dilfer situation right there, where they just tell him, "Don't screw this up." I'm guarantee you that Micah Parsons has told Cooper Rush, "Don't screw this up."
I think, I mean, that's fine. But when the ball is there, do your job.
Yeah.
Everybody do your job. Catch the ball when it's there. Gallup had a big drop in the game. CD had a drop, another big drop. So my point is, everybody has helped in this, but you're only giving Cooper limited opportunities to do certain things. He had 10 to 16. He threw 16 passes for 100 and some odd yards, netted about 102 yards total, which netted out to about 76. You don't go damn near. That's Pop Warner. That's high school and Pop Warner numbers.
Chris, if my hands are large enough to choke the life out of a man, how many times do I have to punch him?
Hey, man. A couple of slaps work. That often. Listen, if you don't get the scoop and score from the defense and the block punt, which is 9 points. Now, listen, I am a business major with a concentration in finance. Okay.
Yeah.
You take 9 from 22, right? That leaves you with what? 13. That's a tighter ball game, and you call it different if it's like that.
Yeah.
You follow me? So I'm saying, yeah, I'm choking you. I'm treating you like Ving Rhames is choking out Jody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Call your mama. Call her. I'm doing that. But it's nice to go ahead and not have to do it and be like, youngster. You could do that if you score some more touchdowns. You ain't trying to hear that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell Melvin, you can say what you want to, but you be like Melvin and just walk on out. Don't worry about it. When rain comes back.
Do you believe that Cooper Rush can do that? I believe
that Dak
Prescott can do that. Do you believe that Cooper Rush has the ability to lead this offense down that field and score more touchdowns? I don't believe so.
Cooper Rush has shown you exactly who he is. In the 5 wins that Cooper Rush has played in, he's won them. But in all 5, he's tried to give it away. All of them.
Yeah.
He's tried to lose it. Okay? It's just been the resilience of this defense and the timeliness of certain things, and Big Money Mike slapping people's hands, tell him, don't you let him throw the football no more. Run this rock. You find out how it is. So I'm excited to get Dakota Prescott back, but I'm also excited to go to Philadelphia, and we'll probably talk about this again later on this week when you kick it with us, because we can go live at any point in time. I can go live. B can go live. We can talk about this any given time. I'm excited to go into Philadelphia with Cooper Rush and get a win.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
I absolutely believe so. We got a few more minutes until I have another obligation.
You got business. I'm good.
Absolutely. Be sure to check out DMV Fanatic. I'll be appearing on his channel shortly. But I believe that this defense is stout enough, oppressive enough to choke the life out of Philadelphia. Due to the fact that when they come out of the tunnel for that second time, they don't seem to have the vigor that they have in the first half.
Well, listen, we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at the film a little bit because it's already out, and do a little study about what we see. Yes, and then and so, me and you going to talk offline on that. But if you've been rocking with us for this last 19 minutes, man, we appreciate you. Like you said, we're trying to get bigger and better, man. We're trying to improve. We're trying to expand. We're trying to be a more viable option for you in this YouTube space.
Yes,
so you've been here with us. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Make sure you punch that. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. It's free currency out here. If you could, share it with your friends. Share with your other, YouTube friends or Twitter friends or Facebook friends or cousins down the street who love the Cowboys like we love them, so they can get our point of view. More importantly, man, make sure you follow us on all social medias. You can follow us on Twitter at Frankly Football. Okay, that's where you can get directly in contact with Brandon. You can follow me on there, man. I'm gonna set it off, Chris, man. I tried to change it, man. I even had this up when I go to church. They were like, "Who set it off, Chris?" That's who I am. It's just what I do. But you can follow us on social medias. But more importantly, man, make sure you always kick it with us, man, because I am the Robin and he is Batman. And we combine, man, we are frankly football. And until next time,
Peace.